There are certain places on Earth UFO skeptics should avoid at all costs. They are vortexes for strange encounters. These UFO hotspots are where thousands of people have reported seeing unexplained objects in the sky around the world. The Hudson River Valley, New York, Stonehenge, Sedona, Arizona. Enigmatic photographs, cryptic ruins, and a search for answers.
And there certainly isn't any airplane that goes into a motion like that and lives.
Are these places the Earth's open door? What could they have in common? According to a new theory, a lot more than you think.
There is a direct correlation between the UFO sightings and the location of these chambers.
This is case number 80103, Vortexes. Some places on Earth receive more rain than others. Some locations are hotter, colder, windier, and some have a preponderance of something else, UFOs. A region's extreme environmental conditions can be explained now that science has shown the underlying forces that determine our weather. But what explains UFO hotspots? If UFOs exist, a new theory may explain the conditions that create a preponderance of sightings in specific locations on Earth. One of those conditions may be something created by the Earth itself.
There may be huge pockets of energy spilling out of the Earth, and these extraterrestrials know how to tap into it. That might explain why we have these hot spots, why some UFOs seem to be spotted around certain areas.
And actual, very reputable researchers have said spiraling around the planet are these ley lines, and they form what's known as the Earth's grid. It's the Earth's grid of a certain kind of an energy, whether it's magnetic, whether it's electrical, that actually draws UFOs to them. Where these ley lines and where the Earth's grid, the lines on the Earth's grid meet, these are the vortexes.
The dark, sinister woods of the Hudson River Valley, New York, are the setting for the legends of the Headless Horseman and Rip Van Winkle. Their mystery has endured into our times, but now a UFO component has been added. June 25, 1962. Balls of light pass over Ossining, causing vehicles below to stall. June 15, 1963. An enormous craft moves silently through the skies over Newburgh. December 31, 1981. The start of the biggest UFO vortex mystery of all time, when thousands of witnesses report seeing something very strange in the sky. It all begins when a retired policeman in Kent, New York, steps out into his backyard for a breath of crisp night air. A cluster of red, green, and white lights in the sky catches his attention. Assuming at first that they are helicopters flying in formation, he watches the lights move toward him from the south. As the lights get closer, he is stunned to see that these are not helicopters. A huge V-shaped craft with colored lights spaced along the edges is moving through the sky above his home. And as it passes overhead, it hums. The object is seen regularly in the area for the next 5 years. On March 24, 1983, hundreds of people see a gigantic boomerang with 18 bright lights cruising slowly, parallel to the Taconic Parkway. The witnesses who get out of their cars to watch the strange craft notice something distinctive. It hums as it passes overhead and looks and sounds like no known aircraft. The switchboard of Peekskill and Yorktown police are flooded that night with calls reporting a giant V-shaped craft moving slowly over the area. Sightings continued regularly for the next 5 years. By the time the flap is over in 1986, more than 5,000 reports of the strange craft are filed. What could cause the activity in the Hudson Valley or at other UFO hotspots around the world? One theory has something to do with how the Earth itself works. The Earth's core generates an enormous amount of electricity. Inconsistencies in the crust means that the energy release in some areas is stronger than in others. It's been theorized that ancient monuments sit on these power points, and that by connecting them with straight lines called ley lines, a worldwide grid can be mapped. Before the team takes their investigation to the Hudson River Valley, Stonehenge, and Sedona, Arizona, they visit the laboratory of experiments producer John Tyndall. He has prepared a demonstration of how the enormous electrical energy generated by the Earth's molten core may emerge on our planet's surface in specific locations that could be referred to as vortexes.
The Earth is one giant dynamo. It is making electricity on the inside. And the Earth's crust varies in terms of its resistance to electricity.
So you can imagine at different locations around the Earth's crust, we have these different sort of highly conductive tails, which are these concentrations of the various effects that cause the higher conductivity through the Earth's crust. These could hypothetically be located where we have our major grid vortex points.
John places light bulbs representing Sedona, Stonehenge, and the Hudson River Valley on the metal globe. The light bulbs are not electrically connected, just clipped into position.
This now represents your different hotbeds, and some laying on ley lines.
As John simulates the power generated by the movement of molten metal at the Earth's core, the current arcs to the light bulbs is electrical power reaching up to specific vortexes on our Earth's crust, and is it causing UFO activity?
So in addition to picking up the electrical current, are the probes also drawing the current to it?
They are grounded to this cage, and the current is drawn to these probes. There is an attraction, much as different areas in the crust may conduct electricity a little bit more, and you'll have stronger magnetic fields as a result of that.
To investigate the characteristics UFO hotspots seem to have in common around the world, the team first travels to the Hudson River Valley.
We're here in the Hudson Valley, and we're investigating the Earth's grid. Hudson Valley in New York is a spot where lines of energy meet and form a vortex.
The memory of what happened here is still fresh to thousands of witnesses. Now, a theory involving the world grid could provide a clue as to why this is a vortex. The theory links all UFO hotspots with 4 defining characteristics. 1. The area is considered sacred or hallowed and is frequently marked with ancient monuments or shrines. 2. There is a detectable energy field in the area that differs from the surrounding countryside. 3. There is a history of ongoing and regular UFO sightings or other anomalous experiences. And 4. There is always a military presence nearby. Pine Bush, New York is about 65 miles north of New York City. Dr. Bruce Cornett is a PhD in geology who has been photographing and documenting strange aircraft in the skies here for over 16 years. Dr. Cornett's research leads him to believe the focal point for the phenomena is the Beth Hillel Cemetery,